Our next guest can help you with just that. I'm joined by Dr. Tracey Wilen. Welcome to the show. Great to have you here. And we're going to go through first the 5 mistakes that people make when it comes to their resumes. I'm going to start out with number 1 is spamming resumes. What do you mean by spamming?
You know, students and adults actually just spam resumes, send generic resumes to every job that they think that they'd like to have, whether they're qualified or not.
Right.
And rather I tell them, think about the jobs, look at them. Do you match 80% of the criteria? If you don't, let it go. Spend 95% of your time researching a good job match for yourself and 10% sending it out.
So less legwork going to every single retail. Let's just use retail store as an example. Instead of going to every single one, find the one that fits you properly.
And customize that resume to match that job opening. That's what's important, not just spamming resumes everywhere.
Of course. All right, next up is unfocused resume. What do you mean by that?
Oh, I can't tell you how many people just have an unfocused resume. If you're a finance major and you want a finance job, make everything on the resume talk finance. I, as an employer, want to see qualifications, experience for that finance job I'm hiring for. If you're focused on marketing and that's your background, make the resume tell the marketing story.
Do you think we tell too much about ourselves sometimes?
Yes.
Is that the case?
Yes, we really do. We start to expand, and really all the hiring manager is looking for is that exact match to the job that they have open. It's all about exact match.
Okay, and next up is applying for jobs for which you do not qualify.
That's right. So,
does this happen a lot of times?
People apply for jobs that they want to do.
Okay.
They say, I'm a good person, you'll hire me. And the employer will say, we always hire good people, but we need someone who's qualified, and we'll hire someone who's very qualified. And so that will help people scope in on the number of jobs. I actually think 1 a day would be the maximum. So that really tells you how much time you have to investigate. Do you have the right experience, the skills, the education background to match that job?
Dr. Wilen, do you find in a particular field where businesses sometimes share some information about someone that's come to them and is not qualified, or is it so competitive they don't really talk to you?
Well, you know, businesses really just have to give the information that the person worked there, you know, in the years. I think what comes behind the scene is managers or hiring or recruiters swap stories.
Right. All right, next up is mismatch resumes, and this is a big one nowadays because it wasn't around when I was younger looking for my first, is social media.
Oh, yeah. So here you go out. You know, the first thing an employer is going to do is Google you. You have to expect that.
Right.
And then they're going to look and see is your Facebook, your Twitter, your LinkedIn, and your resume all match. Dates, companies, titles. So you got to make sure that matches. And I know that people apply to a lot of different jobs, and so they may refresh their social media. Here's what I suggest you do.
Okay.
Make a base, right? Your social media has the base, the years, the education, the jobs, the experience, the skills. The resume is what you customize. Keep the base in the resume,
okay,
but then customize that with the extras for the job that you're targeting to show that the extras enhance you for those positions.
Do you think people forget that now that social media, those profiles are an extension of your actual resume?
They are your brand. So what I would recommend people is to be very savvy about social media and help that build your brand. If you're doing volunteer work in finance or marketing, have that build into your brand. Blog about the jobs that you're interested in and the subjects, because all of this should be building you up as a professional with a brand. And hiring managers will look at it all. They'll look at it all. And I think that's really important.
Quickly, the last one, and we touched on a little bit, is lying. Huge.
Don't lie, and it happens all the time. Don't lie about your education. If you did not graduate, say attending. If you did graduate, put in the proper year, put in the proper GPA and the subjects. Also, don't lie about your employment or your experience, because we will check. Also, don't lie. We'll do background checks. We'll do drug tests. If you're applying for technology coding, we'll give you a coding test. If you're applying for financial jobs, we'll do a financial background, because who wants to hire someone who's embezzled or done fraud? So everything will get checked. So please don't lie.
Excellent. Dr. Wilen, thank you so much for joining us. These are great tips for people.
Thank you.
Not just young people, adults as well, who are already in there and looking for a new job.